What's going on, guys? This is Moldy Fate, and this is What If Naruto was adopted by Jiraiya Part 1. I hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe to see more parts, and I'll see you in the video. Bye-bye.
After Kurama was sealed inside Naruto, Jiraiya would take Naruto and leave the village, and on the way to treat Jinchuriki. Now, Jiraiya traveled a lot, and Naruto would actually get to experience the world. Around age 8, Naruto would actually start learning chakra training. During one of these travels, they went to the Sand Village, for Jiraiya's research. One day, Naruto found a boy who was alone. He had red hair and a tattoo on his forehead. He didn't know what it said as he wasn't that far into his reading and writing. Oh god, I'm sorry. Naruto would go up to Gaara. Hi, my name's Naruto Uzumaki. What's your name? As he stuck out a hand. Gaara would flinch in a reaction state. Naruto would realize that Gaara must not be treated well if that's his first reaction to a hand. Gaara would say that his name is Gaara, as Naruto would ask what's his last name. Gaara would state he doesn't know what his last name is. Naruto and Gaara would be best friends. For the next week, Naruto and Gaara would play and learn ninjutsu together. Their favorite game was mainly tag. And for the entire week that they were there, Naruto and Gaara got to learn more about each other. Naruto states he doesn't know what his parents are, and Gaara would actually nod, saying he doesn't know what his parents are either. They're both considered outcasts of the village, so they can understand each other. Naruto would actually ask Jiraiya if Gaara could come on their travels. Jiraiya at first would say no, but Naruto would explain how Gaara is treated in the Sand Village, which pissed off Jiraiya. Jiraiya would take Gaara and sneak him out of the Sand Village, and they'll go on the travel wagon. Sorry guys. Golly. Where am I? No, yeah. So basically, Naruto and Gaara are now brothers, as Jiraiya has now adopted the Uzumaki surname, and they also adopted Gaara, which means that Jiraiya, Naruto, and Gaara are all now Uzumakis. And for the next 7 years, Naruto and Gaara would learn Senjutsu, mainly by Jiraiya, and because of this, they actually learn very fast. They become perfect sages around age 10, but Naruto and Gaara know there's more to it. There has to be more. I mean, it can't be just it. Also, because of this, Jiraiya becomes perfect sage as well, and that will be important later. So, Gaara and Naruto want to strive for more. They have to figure out a new way on applying Senjutsu, which they eventually find out. Naruto and Gaara create new Senjutsus, or Sage Modes. With the Toad Sage Mode as a base, Naruto would become the Fox Sage and Jiraiya would become the Raccoon Sage. Naruto's Sage Art is the ability to take chakra by landing every hit on his opponent. It's pretty much like Baryon Mode, only, he doesn't die if he uses it. And Gaara is the opposite. Every single time he gets hit, he'll take the chakra. There's also a limit. They can only take around 2 times their normal chakra reserves. So basically they can't spam this, and they actually have to use the chakra they steal. Because if they don't, they'll exit Sage Mode, and they have to go back on that grind again. So yeah, they're not just broken, basically. Oh god. Jiraiya would realize how strong Naruto and Gaara have gotten, and now that they're around 12, Jiraiya pretty much thinks it's around tuning exams, probably. Basically, Jiraiya knows that they're not going to get real famous names if they're not even considered ninja yet. So that's what Jiriaya wants to do. He wants to apply them to tuning exams. So they head back to the Leaf Village. After 12 years, Naruto would be amazed to leave village. He didn't really remember it before, so it was a new experience. And just like in the original, Naruto loves ramen. Ichiraku Ramen is his now favorite place to go. I mean, he's gone almost everywhere in the world, and this happened to be the best ramen he could find. Jiraiya would pretty much tell Naruto and Gaara to explore and meet them at the Hokage office. Naruto would ask where that is, as Jiraiya would point to the biggest building in the village. Naruto would nod, be like, oh yeah, and Gaara would have a you're so stupid look on his face. Jiraiya would enter the Hokage's office. Jiraiya, long time, no see, where have you been? The third Hokage would ask. I've been great, Lord Third. A lot of travels and a lot of research. But I'm here on more important news and matters. As the Hokage would have a interested look on his face. You see, my kids, I want them to attend the tuning exams. He was gonna ask who they are, as he would explain. My kids are Naruto and Gaara Uzumaki. Hiruzen would look at Jiraiya with a serious look. So you're the one who took Gaara. You know how much trouble I'm in? And Jiraiya would have a, he doesn't really know. So he has like a questioning face. The Sand Village nearly attacked us, but we told him if we find Gaara, we'll give him back immediately. As Jiraiya would have a serious expression. Well, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Tell him that Jiriaya the Toad Sage took him, and I have no affiliation with the Sand Village. As Hiruzen would state, I cannot let Gaara compete. If they think that Gaara is part of the Leaf Village, you'll have another war in our hands. You have to give him back. As Jiraiya would now be bursting with chakra. Do you know how badly Jinchuriki are treated in villages? Maybe he wouldn't have left if they learned how to treat their biggest weapon in the village. That's why I took Naruto. I didn't want him to experience the same thing. As Hiruzen would get mad. It doesn't matter how you feel. What matters is the fact that they have the weapon at all. As Jiraiya would get even more and more angry with every single word Hiruzen stated. They're not just weapons. They're kids. At 5, Gaara was treated poorly. Abused. I'm not gonna let anyone touch my children like that. Or hurt them again. As Jiraiya would state, are you gonna let them be in the tuning exams or not? I'll just make my own faction and make them join just to prove how bad the Leaf Village really is. As Jiraiya would also look at Hiruzen. You do realize I know every single secret. I can easily tell every single village how badly you treat people here. The Anbu, what they do, Danzo. As Hiruzen would say, listen, I understand you have a bunch of secrets. As Jiraiya would cut him off, I can also tell the villages our biggest techniques. Like, for instance, the Flying Raiji. I can easily tell every village how to perform it. It's not that complex. As Hiruzen would cut him off, we get it, okay? Fine. Jiraiya and Naruto are allowed to compete in the tuning exams. But I at least want to know how strong they are compared to maybe our strongest Genin. If they're even worthy of doing it anyway. Jiraiya wouldn't look at Hiruzen. They taught themselves Senjutsu. They have their very own Sage mode. I think that's good enough. As Hiruzen would look at Jiraiya. If you might have the strongest weapon, but if you don't know how to wield it, then you're completely useless, aren't you? Jiraiya would sigh. Give us our strongest Genin then. As Hiruzen would send a message. He would ask pretty much a random ninja. It doesn't really matter who he is. Let's just say it's what's his name? Ebisu. Let's just say Ebisu. Hiruzen sends Ebisu to track down Team 7. And Jiraiya would go to his children, and Hiruzen would set a time and date. How about within 5 minutes, maybe at a training ground, okay? Jiraiya would nod, and literally when Hiruzen turns around, he'll disappear. So yeah. Jiraiya goes up to Naruto and Gaara, which Naruto was scoffing down a ramen bowl after ramen bowl. As Jiraiya would look at Naruto disgust. How could you eat this many? Damn. as Naruto will continue scoffing it down. But it's just so good. The broth is delicious, and oh my god, this pork. As Naruto would continue eating. As the ramen guy would look happy. You know, nobody's really appreciated my ramen in the past 5 years. It's glad to know I'm still good at it. As Naruto would look at the guy crazy. Not appreciate it? What do you mean? This ramen's delicious. As Jiraiya would cut off the conversation. Naruto, Gaara, I actually applied you guys to the training exams, although you have to prove yourselves. We have to go to the training ground, so how about we head her up now? As Naruto would look at Jiraiya in a sad look. But the ramen. Jiraiya would pull out a big wad of cash. Here, he probably ate too much. Come on, Naruto, let's go. As he would grab Naruto by the wrist and pull him. Gaara would walk with Jiraiya and Naruto up to the training ground. As Naruto would look at Jiraiya, why do we need to prove ourselves? We made our own Sage Mode. You said that was difficult. As Jiraiya would say, yes, but the third Hokage doesn't think you're strong enough. You just gotta prove it to him. As Naruto would yell, we'll just have to kick his ass then. And Gaara would state, you know, violence isn't always the answer, right? Sometimes a civil conversation can go a big way. As Naruto would look at Gaara, yeah, you would say that, Mr. I take punches, you masochist. As Naruto would push Gaara. As Gaara would state, it's status, you dumbass. Team 7 would actually show up. Unlike the original, Team 7 is changed a bit. Neji is actually on Team 7 instead of Naruto. I would introduce Sai, but I don't like Sai at all. If I'm being 100% honest with you, he's kind of stupid. And you know what? Let's just say some random fighter ninja takes Neji's place. I really don't care. And it doesn't matter in the long run of the story, so. Yeah, Team 7 actually meets up, which is Sasuke, Sakura, and Neji, and Naruto takes a quick look and thinks that all of them are weak. Weaker than him and Gaara. As the third Hokage would state, these are Team 7, the strongest genin. All of them were at least up top 3 in their class. Sasuke Uchiha, the last Uchiha of the village, Flyer Style, and the dual Tomoe Sharingan. As Naruto would look at Hiruzen. Is that supposed to scare me? I'd rather fight you since you want to doubt me so much. As Sasuke would kinda get mad. Naruto's underestimating him and that pisses him off. Here's him continue. Sakura Harino. She might not have the brawn, but she definitely has the brain. She can outplay anyone. As Gaara would look at her. But she's still weak though. Doesn't matter how strong you are, smart you are. If I could still beat you. Hiruzen would cut him off. Next we got Neji Hyuga, the number 1 Hyuga of all of Konoha. He knows so many techniques. I highly doubt any of you guys would be able to beat him as easy. Naruto would look at Jiraiya. He would look at Gaara and look back at their opponents. Hey Gaara, I'll take Emo. You can take the other 2. As Sasuke would get mad, as everybody knew that they were talking about him. Sakura, being Sakura, would cut Naruto off. Fuck, I can't read. She would pretty much yell at Naruto, saying that he's nothing compared to her Sasuke, and Sasuke would cut off Sakura, stating that Blondie's mine. Naruto and Sasuke would have a stare-off. My name's Sasuke. I was gonna say Sasuke Uzumaki. Shit. My name's Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke would reply, my name's Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke would throw the first punch, as Naruto would actually block it, entering his Fox Sage Mode. Naruto would look at Sasuke. This is called Sage Mode. It's a very, very high technique. Let's see if you can handle it. As Naruto would then hit Sasuke with combos after combos. Yeah, Sasuke is not having fun at all. He's getting his ass beat, basically. And Sasuke passes out due to chakra loss, actually. Sakura would ask what happened, as Naruto would state, it's my Sager. Every single time I hit you, I steal your chakra. as Naruto would smile. Sakura would go for a punch, but Naruto, with all the chakra he stole from Sasuke, would simply pretty much import that all into one fist and punch Sakura in the gut, sending her flying. Neji would get mad that two of his teammates got beat the shit out of with this low-class person. Neji would try and attack Naruto, but Gaara would actually get in the way. Your opponent is me. As Gaara would activate his Raccoon Sage mode, Neji would activate the Byakugan. There it is. This should do him over. 8 trigrams, 64 palms. Gaara would let Neji do every single attack, as Neji would start to realize he's losing a large amount of chakra. It's not the same amount that he would normally lose, so something else must have happened. Naruto would begin to chuckle, as Sakura would get up. What do you think's so funny, you loser? As Naruto would laugh. First, don't mistake me and Gaara as the same. Our transmissions might look similar, but we're like yin and yang. When I attack, I steal chakra. When Gaara takes damage, he steals chakra. Neji would look at Naruto and look back at Gaara in anger. So, that's why I feel my chakra draining. You're cheating. As Gaara would state and smile. How is it cheating if I'm using all the tools that want to fight? And Neji and Gaara, with all the chakra Neji gave him, would beat the shit out of Gaara basically, and he would pass out. Yeah, Naruto and Gaara would death stare Hiruzen. As Naruto would state, "Your turn, old man." As Jiraiya would stop him. He would then look at Hiruzen. So, are they strong enough? As Hiruzen would just look down. They can be their own faction of the tuning exams. Here, the tuning exam starts tomorrow, 12 p.m. at the academy. Do not be late. It's room 302. As Hiruzen would walk off. And Kakashi has a look in awe. His entire team is just destroyed. And Naruto and Gaara begin to walk away. But here's the thing. Kakashi would look at Naruto weirdly. Naruto would ask what's on his face. As Kakashi would snap back into reality. Sorry, just remind me of someone. As Jiraiya would actually pull aside Kakashi. It's probably because he's the son of Minato. And yeah, Kakashi would be shocked. That's where he's been the entire time with Jiraiya. He's actually kind of happy for Naruto, as Naruto's a lot stronger than he thought he would be. Now, we're just going to cut to tomorrow because there's nothing really going on with Naruto and Gaara. I mean, they spar and all, but like, that's not really as important as what's about to happen. So yeah, Naruto and Gaara actually attend the academy. They are not late at all, and they actually waste no time registering into the tuning exams. Rock Lee would actually want to fight Naruto, but Naruto declines it, with Rock Lee stating, "What are you, weak?" As Naruto looked back, "No, I just don't fight people who are weaker than me." We're just gonna cut to the writing portion, which isn't really hard for Naruto and Gaara. I mean, they don't do well, but they don't panic either. They just do an okay amount. The 10th question, they both stick because, they want to prove a point to the third Hokage specifically, that Naruto and Gaara are not weak at all. Next is the Forest of Death. It's around the beginning portion is mainly, Anko bursts in, they all go to the Forest of Death part. Anko doesn't really prove a point to Naruto because Naruto doesn't really be obnoxious. He's more quiet, and he mainly just wants to talk to Gaara. Now, the scroll Naruto and Gaara would get really doesn't matter. Let's just say they get the Earth Scroll. What does matter is that the second it starts, Naruto and Gaara would actually turn on Sage mode for the first time. And they'll be running around trying to find the Heaven Scroll. Which, by the way, they actually do in 1.5 hours. They beat some fodder ninja. Let's just say, I don't know, what is her name? Karin? They fight Karin's team, and Karin was actually gonna get killed by a bear, but Naruto would step in and beat her. So yeah, Karin now has a crush on Naruto for saving her and all. Yeah, that happens within like 1.5 hours. And they make a world record, like, surprisingly. They do very well than a certain ninja, and they have to wait until everybody's done. Right. So yeah, after they wait for everybody else, pretty much everybody realizes, they have to do preliminary rounds because, there's too many ninjas. Oh yeah, and um, I'm just gonna say, for context, this was 100% random. Like, I put all their names in a randomizer and made them fight each other. And I had to actually take out a team, which was Team Dosu, but I don't really think anyone would honestly care if Team Dosu was out. It was just mainly so I could make it more even. But Dosu himself would still attend. It doesn't really matter why or how, because, he's not going to survive who I put him against, who the randomizer actually put him against. They must really hate Ino, Sakura, and Dosu. So let's just go through these. But yeah, and the way I'm actually going to be tackling all the fights is I'm not really going into detail unless I actually find the fight interesting. Because if I'm being 100% honest, all of these are one-sided. Like, really badly one-sided. Holy. So unless I don't think it's a one-sided fight, I will go in detail. But besides that, it doesn't really matter. First off is Tenten versus Hinata Hyuga. And if I'm being 100% honest, Hinata wins. It doesn't really matter how she does. She's way better at taijutsu, and this story, she didn't really change a lot. So I do honestly think she would win. Neji versus Kiba Inuzuka. Like I said, it's very one-sided because I, honest to God, still think Neji wins. Oh God, Ino versus Gaara. I'll go into this one mainly because I don't really like Ino. So yeah, when the round starts, Ino already knows. She honestly thinks she's way better than Gaara. She doesn't think Gaara is stronger. She didn't really see Gaara in the Forest of Death, so she doesn't know how strong Gaara is. So yeah, she tries to do mind transfer, but Gaara would already have her within a sand burial, mainly her feet, and then he would crush her legs, which takes off her focus with sand coffin. He would then loosen up the sand and grab it. And he would actually create a Rasengan. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to mention that. Gaara and Naruto learned the Rasengan, and they would actually have their own versions. Only Naruto's actually right now learning a new version of his. But yeah, so Gaara makes a Rasengan and makes his sand clone hold it. And basically, while she's stuck there, he uses the sand clone to rush at her, and one-shots her basically. So yeah, Gaara wins the fight. Next is Sasuke versus, Sakura Haruno. And the second they go in, Sakura notices, she very respects Sasuke, so she quits. She doesn't want to fight Sasuke. She already knows she's going to lose. Next is Shikamaru versus Shino. I honestly think Shikamaru would win. I don't know. Tamari versus Kankuro. I actually want to go into detail with this one. See, Tamari and Kankuro are not there mainly for the Chunin exams. They're actually there for their reason. You see, they need to get someone from the cast they know is going to be there. They're looking for Gaara. They want to see how strong he is and if they can actually take him by force or they can convince him to go back to the Sand Village. Basically, they're there to kidnap Gaara. So Kankuro forfeits just to get things by. Next is Rock Lee versus Choji, and Rock Lee wins. I don't think I need to go into detail. Rock Lee can easily clap with Choji with wombo combos and all that. Next is Dosu versus Naruto, and Naruto would definitely win, especially in this timeline since he has a Fox Age mode. But he doesn't pull that out yet. In fact, he actually wants to pull out his prototype for a new jutsu. He didn't call it the Rasengan Bullet. Basically, Naruto would use wind style and mix it with his Rasengan to make it basically shoot out of his hands. Kind of like a ki blast. It's basically like the vanishing Rasengan, only it doesn't vanish. It's way more useful. He's working on his Rasengan Bullet and a new jutsu called the Rasengan Bazooka. But the Rasengan Bazooka and the Rasengan Cannon. But right now, he can only do the Rasengan Bullet. And he wins by using that move. So yeah, the Chunin exams preliminaries go by very fast, mainly because all of them are one-sided. The 1 month period is very interesting, mainly because of what Sasuke does. You see, Sasuke, realizing that Naruto and Gaara have this very special power that he needs, would actually go up to Jiraiya and ask if he can train him. Jiraiya would accept because he doesn't really care who learns Sage Mode, and the more who know it, the better, honestly. So yeah, Sasuke within the 4 weeks would learn the perfect Toad Sage Mode. So yeah, we got a fox, a raccoon, and now a Toad Sage in the Konoha 11, quote unquote. Oh yeah, and Naruto and Gaara would actually learn their new versions of Rasengan, and Gaara would actually figure out a cool version of the Rasengan that he wants to show off to Naruto, and Naruto would teach himself the bazooka in the Ken Rasengan, which I probably should explain. So basically, Naruto has an affinity for wind, so what Naruto does, he mixes it with his Rasengan, so it's not the Rasen Shuriken, it's just the Rasengan bullet, because what he does is he shoots it out of his hand. The Rasengan Bazooka is when he uses 2 Rasengan with the Rasengan bullet, kind of like how Luffy does 2 hands with his bazooka. If you can tell, that's what my inspiration is. And the Rasengan cannon is literally just the Odama Rasengan with wind style. Basically, Odama plus bullet. And if you guys don't know what Odama Rasengan is, it's just the big version of Rasengan. Yeah, I know. I'm so creative. And Gaara's new jutsu is going to be called Sand Dragon Rasengan. Basically, what he does, he places a sand clone into a giant sand dragon, and what it does is it would trap someone and would open his mouth to a giant Rasengan and hit that person. It's going to be cool. I'm sorry if I sound weird. It's because I have a stuffed nose. Like I think I'm sick. I didn't really check. It's just mainly my nose is stuffy and it's pissing me off. Sorry. Okay, we cut to the real tuning exams, and like I said, all of these matches were randomized. At least the preliminaries were randomized, which would lead to the main ones. So I literally did not do this on purpose. Like, most of these are just just by itself what it did. So the first match, Neji versus Hinata. It's gonna go exactly the same as the original, only they're at the main stage. But one change, Neji doesn't try and kill Hinata, mainly because he's surrounded by everybody, including Hinata's father. So it would kind of be awkward if he did that, So Neji doesn't kill Hinata. Neji still wins. And next is Sasuke versus Gaara. Alright, so Sasuke comes out with a smirk on his face as Gaara would state, you're gonna lose, right? As Sasuke would state, yeah, that's an if, a very big if. As Sasuke would pull out a clone, meditating. Gaara would know what's happening. Gaara would close his eyes and enter Raccoon Sage. Sasuke would smile. I had to talk with your sensei. And let's just say, you're not the only one with Sage Mode. As Sasuke would pull out with his Toad Sage Mode. Now, this fight is, it's more one-sided, if anything. As Sasuke still, because he doesn't know how Gaara's powers work. So Sasuke would pull up with a bunch of combos, beating the everything shit out of Sasuke, and Naruto would just be laughing. Originally, people thought Naruto was being rude to his brother, but not really, Naruto knows exactly what's going on. And because Sasuke has Sage Mode, he's gathering way more energy than normal. And since Sage Mode is a different type of chakra, he can actually gather a lot more. Gaara would whip out his new technique. He would yell Sand Tsunami. And he would pretty much trap Sasuke into a giant sand tsunami. You know how it works. He would then conjure a sand dragon which would wrap around Sasuke. And then the sand dragon would actually, with his mouth, show a giant Rasengan. And he would hit Sasuke with it, basically. And Sasuke is down for the count. Now, Sasuke isn't really mad that he lost. Because he trained with Jiraiya, he learned how to be, not a dick when he loses. And he's not really discouraged that he lost. Because he understands, Gaara has a lot more experience with Sage Mode than him. So all he really does is he strives for more of the Sage Mode. He isn't going to go into his evil route, emo route, that. So yeah, he just wants to train with Jiriaya a lot more, and maybe even learn his own Sage Mode. I might give him Yeah, so next we got Shikamaru versus Tamari. And yeah, this fight actually would go the same. Tamari just forfeits, and you know that. I mean, Shikamaru would forfeit. God, Shikamaru would forfeit. And next is wait, I think I skipped one. Did I? Shit, did I actually skip one? No. Hold on. Shit, I did. I think I didn't write Naruto versus Rock Lee on accident. So yeah, I'm gonna wing it. Let's go. We're winging Naruto versus Rock Lee because I did not write it. So yeah. Let's start. Rock Lee and Naruto would enter the arena, and Naruto and Rock Lee would stare at each other. Rock Lee would recall what Naruto said, stating he's weak. Naruto would just nod, agreeing. Yeah, Rock Lee, you are weak. And Rock Lee instantly wants to prove that. He's using taijutsu mainly, but Naruto also uses taijutsu as well, so they're just beating the shit out of each other. And Naruto's having enough because he knows Rock Lee's overpowering him in his base. So Naruto enters Fox Sage mode and he would begin to beat Rock Lee. Rock Lee realized, here's the thing about Rock Lee. Rock Lee is little to none in ninjutsu. So all he's doing is just he's still stealing Rock Lee's chakra and all that, but not a lot of it. But Rock Lee still feels his chakra draining. So what he does is he enters his first gate, and little does he know that's all gonna make it worse. Naruto continues pummeling on Rock Lee, and this happens up until Rock Lee goes into his third and fourth gate. Around the fourth gate, Naruto starts having trouble as he has to let out ninjutsu. So Naruto actually revealed his new technique. We look up to Rock Lee. You know what? You earned it. My Naruto Uzumaki 5K Rasengan Barrage. It's a long name, but it's basically like it is in the Storm 4 game. He kicks Gaara up into the air, and 5,000 clones keep him up suspended into the air. They then let him fall up onto the ground, and 5,000 shadow clones of Naruto with Sage mode boosted, where Sengans hit Rock Lee. And Rock Lee doesn't die, and because Naruto was holding back, so he doesn't, die. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, Naruto wins. Okay, next is Neji versus Gaara. And Gaara wins. It more one-sided because it kind of goes like it did last time. But unlike last time, Gaara would actually explain why Neji lost. It's because he can't put away his pride of being a Hyuga. See, unlike Neji, Sasuke actually looked for help, and that's why Sasuke almost won. But you want to do everything by yourself. So this actually puts Neji into a new way of thinking. Maybe he's on something, and maybe he needs to learn Senjutsu as well. And Gaara would tell Neji to basically go to Jiraiya and learn Sage mode, and then only will he probably learn a better way of fighting, and maybe even could make his own Sage mode as well. Next is Naruto versus Tamari, and Tamari forfeits again, knowing that Naruto would beat the shit out of her. And next is Naruto versus Gaara. Like I said, I did not do this; it was all random. But because of how random it was, I just decided who would win on a coin flip. Yeah, and let's just say this one was a doozy. Oh god. Let's talk about it real quick. So Naruto and Gaara are standing front. They do the sign of reconciliation, and basically they look at each other and say like, no hard feelings, whoever wins. And they step back. The proctor would then yell, "Alright, 3, 2, 1, begin." And Naruto and Gaara would charge at each other. They instantly turn on Sage mode because they're not playing any games, and they'll beat the shit out of each other. Now the problem is that because they're exact opposites, both of their abilities negate each other. Naruto would punch Gaara, but the second Naruto steals chakra, Gaara would steal chakra back, so it negates the ability. So right now, it's mainly taijutsu against taijutsu, and whoever is beating the shit out of each other, mainly. The fight would actually rage on for a couple hours, really, mainly because of their senjutsu. But eventually they had to whip out some more dangerous techniques. Naruto and Gaara would punch each other so hard that they send them both flying to the other side of the arena. Sorry. Other side of the arena. Yeah, and Naruto and Gaara would look at each other, and they'll both try and whip out their strongest techniques. Gaara would yell landscape sand burial, basically covering the entire arena with sand, and Naruto would yell 5K Uzumaki Rasengan bullet barrage. Basically, Naruto would go up to Gaara, and the sand would try and stop Naruto, but Naruto just sent a shadow clone, and he would pretty much kick Gaara on the chin, and pretty much a bunch of shadow clones would do that, and 5,000 shadow clones do a Rasengan bullet on Gaara, but Gaara would actually create around 10 ginormous dragons to block him. Naruto, the real one on the ground, would actually have a taijutsu fight while the Rasengan bullets are attacking the dragons. Naruto would yell Rasengan bazooka, and Gaara would block with a sand wall. Then he would yell Rasengan cannon, and Gaara would also block over a sand wall, but a more denser one, but it almost was destroyed. And yeah, it pretty much devolves into two friends beating the fuck out of each other, mainly because the senjutsu wears off. After a certain amount of time, the bodies couldn't handle anymore, and they weren't really focusing, so they just kind of turned it off. And it really just goes down to who has the strongest punch at the end. 1 second determined the winner. Naruto and Gaara would punch each other in the face and be both falling over. Now, like I said, I did a coin flip to decide who would win this match. So, yeah. I'm not trying to say plot armor, but by 1 second, Naruto would stand longer than Gaara, therefore declaring Naruto the winner. Naruto would collapse, and yeah, they're both in the hospital now. And that is the first part of What If Jiraiya Adopted Naruto. I know the title says What If Jiraiya Adopted Naruto, but this is more like What If he Adopted Naruto and Gaara, but I don't really like using "and" in my titles, mainly. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry it was a jumbled mess, but like, golly, I'm like, I don't really feel that good right now. So, yeah, I didn't want to keep postponing this. Hope you guys enjoy.